What's going on, everybody? Episode 11 of The Return. It's Jack and Lockie from the
Harwood Rundown.
Rundown podcast. Just woke up, so we finna film a double episode.
Woke up, Chris Breezy.
Oh my God, man. Yeah. So today we're doing the Miami Heat and the Portland TraIilblazers. We can start. I can go the Blazers first because they're, I think, the most interesting based off the offseason.
Wow. That's really all I can say. I still can't believe they lost to a one-star superstar team in the Nuggets in the first round. Obviously, no Jamal Murray. MPJ was inconsistent, so I feel like it was honestly Portland's series to lose. Since Dame's like dropping he dropped 50, 60? I can't remember. Something
ridiculous
insane.
Games, yeah.
Clutch time, crunch time is what Dame's bread and butter is. And to not have supporting cast around that time to help push themselves further, and simply just relying on Dame. Dame is so good that when Dame put up a shot, Austin Rivers went like this, praying to God that he missed. And like, the man deserves some. I don't even know. The man deserves better.
Some help. He's been there for so fucking long, and the best they've given him in terms of a star is TJ McCollum, who's solid, but he's not.
Who is good?
Like, I'd be really frustrated if I'm him.
Oh, I would honestly. I get. He said to PG in a cryptic tweet like 2 years ago, "No, I stay. I don't join stars and all this stuff." And I reckon that's what's ringing in his head. He's like, I don't want to look like a hypocrite and try and go somewhere else.
Exactly.
So now he just feels bad.
He's dug himself up.
I don't know. I'm kind of done talking about it because we literally talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not a Portland fan, but I'm a Dame fan. So like, yeah. 42 wins, 6 seed, MVP caliber year for Dame. Obviously, 29, 7.5, 4 rebounds, 40% from three, almost. Great year. It was actually a good regular season from CJ. He missed 25 games, but a very poor playoff run. 23 points a game in the regular season, 20 points a game on low shooting efficiency in the first round versus the Nuggets. I wrote, how do you not beat the Nuggets who had the MVP and a bunch of scrubs? Serious offseason was needed, but they obviously couldn't deliver. Larry Nance isn't going to turn your team into a contender.
No.
They bought in good role players, but they needed star power, and that's what they couldn't get. So yes, they bought in great role players, but they won't help them. They won't help the team like advance or win a chip or anything like that.
Yeah.
Not a bad year for Melo. And Nurkic was in out the whole year. So it's kind of like a disrupted season. Obviously still with like health and safety protocols, like it's going to be a disrupted season, like Miami, who we'll get onto next, who had like a really bad year with like all that. So I'm going to get onto my predictions. I'm going 42 wins again. I don't think they'll improve. I don't think they'll get better. They could be in the plane, probably will be in the plane, but I've written like if Dame has like a 32-point year and all the supporting cast carry along, they can win 50 games. But it's just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of all dependent on the cast because we know what Dame can do.
Yeah.
Rising star, I thought this was really hard to pick because there's not a lot of young pieces. You've got Anthony Simons, you got Nasir Little, you got Greg Brown, but honestly, like.
Nowhere near enough, man.
Nowhere near enough, yeah. So I went Nasir Little, athletic, defensive upside, can shoot the three. He'll start a few more games than Anthony Simons. So that was kind of like the difference maker there. Most improved, I got Larry Nance. I think he'll shine as just like the small ball 5. especially when they run that lineup, which I think would probably benefit the whole team, and it'll make your team probably better defensively, especially when you're trying to guard 5 out like the Clippers. Super athletic, good playmaker, and he's a defender that kind of doesn't feel the stat sheet, but he's still effective. Team MVP, I've gone Dame. I think he'll win the MVP this year.
You reckon?
But that is if Portland somehow get the 4 seed or 5 seed.
Yeah, that always comes with like he's one of those players who kind of deserve it, but he also needs to have a bit of a winning pedigree. That's kind of why Jokic won it last year, like with Curry. So I'd love to see it. He deserves it, but yeah,
I would love to see it too. But again, I really don't know who I would pick for MVP at this stage or any awards. Like I have no idea. Impact player, CJ. If he has a good year again, there's no pressure for Dame. CJ is a great second option. He's a good dude. No, he's a good second option for Portland. But like honestly, if I'm Portland and if I'm Philly, I'm trading CJ for Ben Simmons.
Hell yeah.
I think Ben Simmons would complement him more. Because Dame. I feel like Ben Simmons would complement Dame more than CJ will.
Yeah, he could work a bit more off ball.
Yeah, Dame can work a lot more off ball. Ben Simmons can be a kind of ball dominant forward. Then you have Norman Powell, who is 6'3", playing small forward. Like the size doesn't. The size matters. I think you trade CJ and then you just switch Norman Powell to the 2. You still got Robert Covington, and then you have Ben Simmons.
That's a decent lineup.
Like I think that is better than what they have now. Sneaky star again. Like there's not a lot of young pieces. I went Greg Brown III, a great leaper, sensational rim protector, and can finish in traffic with ease. That is all I've got for the Trailblazers. Not an exciting year at all. Like I'm not excited to watch Portland this year. And like I get it, and like I get excited to watch Portland.
Yeah, fuck.
I get really excited to watch Portland.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not feeling it this year.
Yeah, it's getting a bit annoying with them. A bit sad. Damn. Man, get Dame out of there. Get Dame for Simmons, something like that. Anyway, I got 42 wins, but I can see him going under 40.
Wow.
I don't see it. Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like he's there's only so many years you can carry a team on your back. And I'm not saying he's not that guy to keep on doing it, but it's like it's got to weigh on you. And to have a season where you somehow decline as a team that's trying to get to that, like trying to contend. It's
and a team that everyone thought was actually better.
Yeah.
Than the year before.
I don't fucking know. I got Sneaky Star. I've got Norman Powell. Just like I'm hoping it won't become that second option, but I hope he can get to that, kind of fill the spot that Melo had. You know what I mean? And get to that like 18, I guess 20-point echelon. Yeah, because like with what Gary Trent Jr. is doing was doing with the Raptors, it's like that was a pretty good trade for both teams in a way. So I'd love to see Norman Powell really, really shine. He had a great couple of years with Toronto. So yeah, I will watch a bit of Norman Powell this year because I've like been fond of him for a bit. Pause. Yeah. Impact player, I've got Rondae, Hollis, Jefferson, or Nazir Little. I like Rondae for his like defense and his energy. He can really guard, I guess, like 1 through 4. Very athletic. Shooting's a bit of a halfway point for him, but I think he can be like a huge impact player for them come playoff time. Team MVP, I wrote Lillard, but it corrected it to Willard, like dub. In front
yeah, Damian Willard.
Damian Willard. Yeah, Dame for MVP. Rising star, I got Anthony Simmons. I think I really like what he showed last year, and as like a catch and shoot, like combo guard type of thing. I think a Seth Curry type sort of thing is what he should be looking for. So
And
I
he's
guess,
sneaky athletic.
yeah. Oh, he's ridiculous.
Won the dunk contest.
Yeah, like no one cared, but he won the dunk.
So weird.
Yeah. So he's got that going for him. I feel like if he can learn to just be a bit more of an on-ball scorer as well, that can be his next thing. He could really make a case for Sixth Man of the Year. Like he's got some minutes there that they'll if he can prove himself, he'll get those minutes. Yeah. With their off-season signings, like their role players are still solid by any definition. It's just losing Melo and not really replacing him is like it's an L. It's like you're back where you started when you didn't have it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Just think, like there was a lot of opportunities there for Portland.
Yeah.
And you go out and sign a coach who is a rookie coach who hasn't coached an NBA team before, who is a player developer, and not really like as a fan, as an onlooker, as a person looking into the franchise, they have done this offseason everything that sets them up for a rebuild.
Yeah.
Player development coach, didn't make a trade. They will make a trade, I reckon. You sign role players. I don't know. I just don't I feel like they're tuning in for a rebuild.
Yeah, that's a good point. Everything's kind of pointing towards that.
Well, exactly. And I don't know, I just cut the bullshit, get to it.
I'd rather than just make a
trade Lillard to Minnesota. I'm kidding.
To Minnesota. Oh my god.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think
that would be the worst defensive team in the league.
Yeah. That'd be cool, but no.
Trade him to Brooklyn.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're gonna do a video, I guess, in the future, I think, about what we think Blazers should do, what their next move should be. Because they have a lot of potential moves to make. I'm just worried they're gonna fuck it up. Because you got to trade Lillard, but you got to get something. You got to get a bunch of picks. You got to get something in return. I'm not they can't just quickly just get rid of him. It's nothing. But that's me for the Blazers. What about you?
What about me for the Blazers? Oh, I just said. No, I don't know.
We'll go to else.
I've got nothing else to say about Portland. I think I've said enough.
Yeah, it's depressing.
Yeah. All right, Miami. Now this is the complete opposite. They've actually made really good moves. And I will actually watch Miami this year, more than Portland, because they actually have a really exciting team. 40 wins last year, hugely injury-ridden season, and a lot of outs just kind of due to the health and safety stuff. Tyler Hero disappeared. I had not heard anything about Tyler Hero after a crazy playoff run last year. They had a great team last year, but now they've just gotten enormously better. I think Bam can be an MVP.
Really?
Not this year. No, not this year. Just in general, he's an MVP type player. He stuffs the stat sheet and his team wins games. Him and Jimmy are a really good tandem. You add Lowry and you kind of just have that championship pedigree now. A lot of games for G League guys, Gabe Vincent, KZ Okpala, guys that wouldn't really get NBA time if there wasn't health and safety protocols. But yeah, I think it was a tough season for Miami last year. But their off-season additions of PJ Tucker, Kyle Lowry, retaining Oladipo on a really cheap deal, signing Markieff Morris. This is a team that is ready to contend and compete for a championship.
Yeah, they did exactly what the Blazers should have done.
Thank you. Exactly.
They were aggressive. Good on them.
And they should be able to contend with the top two teams, Milwaukee and Brooklyn. They will contend really, because you can switch Bam onto Giannis You can switch Bam onto KD. It's kind of like Bam can guard 1 through 5, so it's actually like the perfect, like any of those teams, I think they can beat. Anyways, here are my predictions. Dun dun. 50 plus wins.
Ooh.
Rising star Tyler Hero, if he's healthy, I feel like he's got a great third year coming after a pretty woeful second year. He'll most likely be the sixth man, but he can just kind of come in and score. And that is why I think he could be a contender for sixth man of the year. Most improved Oladipo, after a year of health, he could get back to 20 a game while also being like one of the best defenders in the league. So I think his upside is very high. Team MVP, I'll go on Jimmy. I really want to go Bam, but I think give it like 1 or 2 more years and we'll see.
Yeah.
Impact player, Bam, obviously affects both sides of the ball at an elite level. Defensive monster, super athletic, good post game. And I wrote consistently growing his mid-range game similar to AD. Like, you know how AD can just do like those pull-up fade mids?
Yeah.
He does a lot of those now, and it's like his bread and butter. I can't decide on my sneaky star. I've got Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero. But I said it wouldn't be sneaky stars because we already know what they play like and what they're capable of. So, like, I couldn't really find... Miami don't have a lot of... like. Miami and Portland are similar in terms of like not having a lot of young pieces. They're very like win now, veteran leaders. Like I don't think Gabe Vincent or Casey Okpala are going to be sneaky stars at all. So I left it.
Fair enough.
Over to you.
I got 48 wins. I do say they can push 50. I'm hesitant because of the year they had last year. Like I know Butler was out for most of it, but just with Tyler Hero, like he can definitely feed off the stars being there. So with Jimmy being healthy and all the stars being healthy, that I think he'll have like a 6th man of the year type year.
Yeah.
But I got 48 for now. I see him in that maybe top 4 because East is going to be crazy competitive this year. I reckon 4 to 5 they're going to be. Yeah. So sneaky star, I got Oladipo. I just look at his impact all round. He doesn't. I feel like now, being in a spot where he's got a bunch of stars around him, he doesn't feel like he has the need to have this big comeback or get back to where he was in Indiana. I feel like he can just go out and like just play. And him and Butler are guys who are they can not only score the ball, but they're facilitators. Like it's going to take a lot of, it's going to take some pressure off Butler himself to be, I guess, the main guy in terms of scoring, because he's really not that guy. He can obviously score. He can give you 20 a game, 20, 25, but he's more of like a point forward, Jimmy. And so you bring in Oladipo who can score, but then also he can have his moments where he'll run the offense a bit. And then same as Kyle Lowry. Like you've got such like a dynamic mix, and I feel like Oladipo can really be that like sneaky star.
Yeah.
Impact player. This is a tough one because like they brought in a bunch of enforcers like PJ Tucker, and they already have Butler, and they brought Markieff Morris. I was hoping Precious Achua was gonna be staying because I feel like he could definitely get this impact player spot. But yeah, I've got PJ Tucker or like Butler. I just feel like with their locker room presence, PJ's just come off a championship win.
Hoping to win another one.
I'm definitely rooting for the Heat in terms of in terms of championship, contention. Team MVP, Jimmy Butler. But yeah, I think you're right. I think Bam's going to take that spot in a bit, and this could be a year where he gets more touches down low. He has more attention. I get maybe more minutes. Like he could definitely take that next step. It'd be great to see because he came in as more of like a kind of like a DeAndre Jordan type thing. He was more, I guess, more skilled, but he's a guy who can pass. He can hit the jump shot. He can he can handle the ball, and so it'd be a waste not to try to develop him into a Kevin Garnett type player.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, rising star. I don't know if Max Strus gets some minutes. I liked him in I like him in the summer league. I think he played well. I don't know how
he had a big time shot.
Yeah. And I do like his little speech he gave to his teammates. Yeah. That was cool. That was nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
But yeah, that's just a little one. And then I got like Tyler Hero as well. He can definitely have that. He had a sophomore slump, but he can have that like resurgence. He has every reason to, because some more pressure's off him, and he's also got Duncan Robinson next to him off the bench. Yeah. I assume that's probably what they're doing.
I don't know how they would run the. Oh, you would think so.
Yeah,
you would think. Yeah, maybe maybe Kyle Lowry becomes 6 man.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. No, I'm not even joking. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. No.
If they can diversify, like look at what Melo did. Like he learned to like come off the bench sometimes, and that somehow worked out a bit.
He's the king of New York, Melo.
Yeah, I look at this Heat team and they're better than they were. Better on paper than they were when they made the finals. They are.
Opinion.
They lost Dragic and
Jay Crowder,
and like look what they have to kind of show for it. And so whether it was like a bubble, it was because of the bubble that they made it. Whatever, they're definitely a capable team to contend. They've made the finals once; they can make it again, and they've got an improved team. But I am hesitant with that 48 wins. But yeah, we'll see. I can see them pushing for that top 3 spot in the East, but like that's really tough with Nets and Bucks and Sixers. Like, yeah, but no, they should be like really exciting next year. They've improved offensively, which has always been their kind of MO. Yeah, I'm excited for the Heat.
All right. Okay, so we are literally about to record the Dallas and Atlanta video now. So as always, I don't have any final thoughts because I feel like I've given my thoughts. Do you have any final thoughts?
I'm good. I think people are going to count out the Heat based off last year, but they're going to definitely be a force to be reckoned with this season. Yeah, I'm very excited for the Heat.
Hell yeah, dog. This has been episode 11.
Yeah, episode 11. I think so.
Are you sure? Even I'm confused now. I think it's episode 10.
No, we did
record episode 10 yesterday.
Oh, hey, it is episode 10.
This is episode 10 of the return. Dallas. Wow, what the fuck? Miami, Portland episode. New series coming out in a few days called The Look of the Irish. So that'll be sick. Something a little different. Lockie will definitely have some input. Not that I'll listen to it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's go.